Hey y'all, welcome to another episode of Real Talk with B. And today I have a guest speaker, which is my best friend Marija.
Hey y'all.
And y'all,
Hey,
y'all, we are going to be discussing today how important communication is in a relationship, and does the occupation matter when you are in a relationship with somebody. So we can start off with the occupation. Like, let's just get right into it. Does the occupation matter when you are in a relationship with somebody?
It does.
What?
At this big age.
You said at this big age?
Yes. It does. I don't want a man who's like just like just getting started. Like working at McDonald's as a fry shaker. I don't want that.
Why? They need love too. He might be a good man.
All, he can come home smelling like grease. I don't want that. That was scrubbing for my frappes every week.
He could be a good man though, working at McDonald's.
Be, but not for me.
Okay. Well, y'all heard it.
Now he could be the manager. He gonna still be smelling like grease though, so maybe not.
So if he was the manager and not just the regular bottom employee, frontline, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna say bottom. But
frontline employee, then that makes a difference?
Kinda. Yeah.
So if you a manager at McDonald's, she fine with it. But if you're not a manager, it's not okay.
I don't really want either of them because they'll be both smelling like grease. I'm scarred from when my ex worked at the pizza place and he smelled like the pizza, the dough, and the sauce. I don't eat that no more.
Well, I would think he would smell good.
No.
I love food.
No.
It's a different kind of smell.
It's different. Yeah. Anyway.
Well, I say I don't have a problem with it.
Okay.
I don't. My thing is, as long as you got a job, and then it's like if that's not what you trying to do forever. I wish they could see your face. Y'all, she don't want to be on camera.
Maybe next time, but anyway.
But yeah, I feel like, it shows me that if times get hard, you don't mind going out there and doing the dirty work and doing what you got to do to be able to provide.
So how long can he stay in that position before you be like, nah, this not gonna work? I don't want to say working the entry level. That's not. I mean, I guess that could be entry level, but
I never thought about that. How long he would have to do it? Because what if it's because of circumstances? Like if he a felon.
What are you going to jail for? That's I don't do jail. Ooh. Yeah, that's not really my thing. Jailbirds. Nah.
It could be his old life though.
There's other jobs other than that hire felons. You can be at a warehouse.
That may be the quickest job that he could have got though. So it's just a stepping stone. But I don't know. I never thought about that, like how long. I think that personally, maybe
Exactly.
5 or 6 months may be too long. Cause then, yeah, I feel like you should have. There are other jobs that will hire you if you are a felon.
So what if he's not a felon? Let's take that off the table.
Okay, so if he's not a felon,
he's just a regular in his mid-30s,
and he doesn't want to move up somewhere else.
No, he's just okay.
Then no. Because then my thing is you comfortable with being, you okay with being comfortable. I don't want to be comfortable because I'm always trying to grow.
Right.
Which means that you are fine with being stagnant. You're not trying to, be better as a person. So that wouldn't work for me.
Right.
Because as a grown man, if you have no circumstances that you can't control, You should want more for yourself.
I agree. Now, does the amount of money he brings in, does that matter to you?
No.
Or is there a minimum that he has to make?
Yeah, he need to be making some money.
What's money to you? What do you feel like is making some money? Because some people may say, "Oh, making 35,000 is enough."
They got jobs that pay 30. You make 35,000.
I'm sure.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just saying.
Maybe that's how much they make at McDonald's. Then
I don't know. I never worked there.
I never worked at McDonald's neither. Thank God.
I'm starving. I wouldn't want to work.
I did one fast food place that was Dairy Queen when I was young, and I worked there maybe like 1 or 2 days.
Dairy Queen is. I mean, I'm just saying.
It didn't last long. 1 or 2 days, and I was done. I quit.
Yeah, I mean, but that's as a teenager. That's when you're supposed to work at fast food. I mean, well, it's not frowned upon per se. I did the amusement park.
Oh, I ain't do that. I could. Oh no.
I worked at at the admissions at the toll booth where you pay to park or the ticket thing.
Mm-mm.
It was fun. I like that's how I met. What you call it? Let's work together. Anyway,
Okay, so a minimum. I feel like if he got minimum.
Like, does he have to make at least what you make?
I mean, he could make maybe 5,000 less than what I make a year.
Mm-hmm.
But once again, it's really like more so on his mental, and if he's trying to do differently. Like my thing is I like really push entrepreneurship. You can do pressure washing. You make a lot of money from pressure washing.
Okay, especially here.
Yep. And you can go to the pawn shop and get your stuff. You ain't gotta buy your stuff brand new. You can be a lawn person, maintenance. Like, yeah, it's a lot of different things that you can do where you can make your money. Even the 360 booths, yeah, they are expensive when you initially buy them, but you make your money back just like that.
True.
So it's all about like really his mental and where he's trying to go. And if I'm giving you these ideas to really like try to help elevate you, if you're not listening to it, then it's not gonna work. Cause then it's like it goes just back to you being comfortable with being, I don't want to say a bum, but that's the bum mentality.
Now, what if he doesn't want to be an entrepreneur? Because everybody doesn't want that.
That's true. Everybody does not want to be an entrepreneur.
I don't want that per se.
You should be willing to elevate. If you're not willing to elevate, then what are we doing?
Right.
And it's not going to work for me.
I agree.
So do you have a dollar amount, like as far as the minimum? I hope it ain't 6 figures.
No, this ain't no 666. No. I can't expect someone to make 6 figures because I don't make 6 figures myself yet. We're going to claim that.
There we go.
So I can't be like, oh yeah, you got to make 150K and I don't make 150K. That's just crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't be making 20K because what is you doing at this big age? No.
Right, because you can't even protect, like you can't even handle your business. Like you can't sustain your livelihood with that.
Now, if you making 5, even if you want to make 10,000 less, but if you manage your money well, and I can't see that per se, and you're not asking me for money, then we'll work towards you making more and building. Because that's a big thing. Like I like to, pre-COVID, travel, like to go out to eat, I like to do stuff. I don't want to have to pay all the time. I don't mind paying. Hey, I'll pay for this concert.
Girl, the taxes the seats ain't what's bad. It's them fees that hit you. You be like reevaluating, do I really want to do this? They now got afterpay for concert tickets though on Ticketmaster. I afterpay that mug real quick.
Still. But yeah, it won't hurt as bad.
Yeah, it ain't. Because then it's like I'm paying gradually. But at once I'll be like, you sure you want to go on this?
Okay, so. But no, I don't. We can balance that, but you can't be making $20 less than me. You just not gonna do that.
I can understand
We're
that.
not gonna do that. We gotta figure out something. And I don't want you working yourself to death either.
So no 2 jobs.
I won't say no 2 jobs, but there has to be a balance because we have to have time for each other too.
That's true.
Because we can't spend time you working 23 hours a day. You know, that's why I'm exaggerating, but we can't do that. You'll call him PB. I tell him that all the time. Like he worked 12 hours here, 16 hours. I'm like, okay. And he know that's been an issue for him in the past. Working too much. And we talked about that. So I tell him now, okay, I understand you want to work, you got goals, you got things you want to pay off. I get it. But don't kill yourself trying to do it. Because for what? You don't have nothing to show for it.
Right.
Make your money, but enjoy it as well. Enjoy life. Life is, you don't work and come home, that's it.
You gotta enjoy you putting in all them hours and that time, but you ain't even spending your money. Like, okay,
on what you want.
Exactly. Like you gotta stop and enjoy life.
Is paid. Got that.
Take that trip. Reach out to me so I can book y'all a trip.
Travel agent, exactly.
Yeah, I agree with what you're saying because I wouldn't have an issue with you working 2 jobs, but there has to be work-life balance.
Yes.
And you gotta make time not only for yourself, but for me. If you got kids, your kids, like you have to make sure that you making that time.
Exactly.
And you are extremely important, so you gotta have that time for yourself as well.
Because you don't want your body to force you to sit down.
Because when they do, that's it. And then you ain't good to nobody. Exactly. Looking crazy. And I'm just like, in my head, I may not say it, but in my head, I'm like, I told you, stupid ass. Right. Stop doing it. Stop going overboard. Now I gotta hear you whining and complaining, girl. You know, men get sick and they just
on their deathbed.
Oh Lord,
you
have mercy.
Just a little sniffle.
Big ass babies
on your deathbed. Let you tell it, nigga. I mean,
shut up. You like, stop whining. Dang, no, you can't go through nothing. Y'all can't go through nothing.
Can you imagine if men were women?
They couldn't deal with it. They couldn't handle the stuff that we handle. They can't. They get sick and it's instant baby mode activated.
Women do it all.
Sick, we still gotta cook. We still gotta take care of the kids. We can't take a break. But everything, I can't work. And then it's, I can't be a husband or a boyfriend because I'm sick.
Nigga, what?
Exactly. My body aching. I was just like, oh my gosh. Like, man up.
now we're going to argue.
Goodness gracious.
Because you pissed me off.
Right.
But yeah. I mean, finances. I just wish everybody could just be rich. I could just be a billionaire.
It's a big issue when it comes time to relationships because some women feel that men they're not a man if they not bringing in a certain dollar amount. Oh, what? Okay, so what are your views on when you move in and it's 50-50?
I know
don't
you was gonna say that. And we talked about, me and him talked about this. I feel like there's no one size fits all. It's whatever fits for your situation. If y'all feel like going 50-50 is it, then go 50-50. And not the one other time I lived with somebody, he made more, so he paid more towards the rent, and then I paid, and then the water was included in the rent, and then I paid. What did I pay? I think I did like groceries or something.
Mm-hmm.
So he still paid more, but I paid. We didn't have our stuff together though. Like we didn't have insurance together, nothing like that. That we just paid the rent together. That's what we did. But I mean, if my man would have paid, my husband want to pay the mortgage, hey, by all means, does he make more? Okay, I pay for groceries. You can pay everything else, but I feel like that's what works for us. Now, if we both is about even, you pay half and half. Okay, cool. But eventually, that might change. Who knows? There's no communication. It's key. You gotta communicate.
Communication is
and be
key.
open.
That's true.
Because I mean, now what do you feel about a joint account or a separate account?
Well, you know, I've done
In
that
marriage.
before. Oh, in a marriage, I ain't been married.
Well, I ain't doing that in no relationship.
But I did do it in a relationship.
Hell no.
We had the joint, and then we had the separate accounts.
What made y'all choose that in the?
Cause I brought it up, and then I brought it up, and the crazy thing is, after everything was all said and done, he was taking the money out of the account. Yes, girl. He took the money out of the account. And he wasn't even like he wasn't even putting into it like he was supposed to.
So you take your money.
Pretty much. So now I'm not doing that until I am engaged, married. Like, I have to, I mean, unless like I feel like I have this feeling like, okay, it's gone, like this is it, and you're showing me and you are being the one that's proactive, then okay, I'll take it serious. But yeah, But I agree. Like, I feel like, you know, when you're married, you should have the joint account and you should have separate accounts. Because my thing is, if I want to do something for you, if I want to surprise you, I can't, because I'm pulling from the account and you can see. Exactly. So if I have my separate money, then I can do whatever I want to do, and you don't know anything.
Right.
Like, and with the joint account too, I feel like if it's over a certain dollar amount, that's something that we have to discuss exactly on what's coming out of it, because once again, that's both of us putting our money into it, and that joint account really is supposed to be for bills. Exactly. So
I wish my man would go buy something big and don't tell me out the joint account. Nigga. See, I'd be ready to leave.
Yeah. For real.
I'll be ready to leave, because why would you do that? That's not just your money.
Exactly.
That would piss me off so bad. Hell no.
And no, you can't claim my kids on your tax return either. Nip that shit in the bud real quick before it gets started. Before you ask, talking about you got 4 and you ain't getting no money for all. Oh well, and you ain't gonna get now neither. So shit, I'm gonna continue to claim all of them.
That is because it's gonna go back into the household. Well, some of it.
You just don't get nothing for that fourth one. That's it. But that he had tried to do that too. He was like, let me claim one of the kids. And I was going to let him do that too.
So y'all both going to go to jail?
Why we was going to go to jail? We was living together.
Oh. I don't know how that works.
You know, as long as you know, that person is supporting the
was it 6
child.
Months? 6 months?
Yeah. So it wouldn't have been an issue.
That's crazy. Because he probably wouldn't even did right.
Then all this stuff came, right?
Sorry, I'm about to get mad. Again.
I'm gonna be mindful of what I say, because I feel like if I say certain stuff, then, you know.
Yeah. Anyway.
But yeah, so I'm all for that. And as far as the 50-50 goes, I'm not opposed to the 50-50 either. I feel like I just can't be the woman that just allows the man to pay everything and I'm not contributing some type of way financially.
So you feel like you gotta pay the big bills?
Not the big bills, no. I mean, if he want to pay the rent or mortgage, then that's fine, and I'll take the utilities. Or if he want to do a good bit and I only have a small portion, and I'm okay as long as I'm still doing something financially. But I don't want it to be to where it's like, oh, I provide for you and take care of you and I pay no.
So would you be a stay-at-home mom?
Hell no. No, not unless I was working on. Now, if I had my own business, or if I would start my business and, you know, he's like, I'm gonna handle this, like, you can ease up, go ahead and focus on this, then I would do that. Because then I'm still working.
Right.
But just to lay around, and be your maid. Hell no, I ain't doing that.
Yeah, what they call them? A housewife?
A housewife. What?
A homemaker?
Home wrecker?
No, not a home wrecker. A homemaker, I think they call them.
Yeah, that ain't. Mm-hmm.
No, it sounds good for a first day or two.
But I agree with what you're saying. I mean, it just is what works for you. But I don't feel like the man is less of a man if it's 50-50. That is on what y'all decide to do in y'all's household.
People be like, oh, that's a roommate.
Yeah, I don't.
Just like, why y'all? I don't know. People get real.
It is a very touchy conversation.
I just whatever works for y'all. Like, why do y'all get so hell bent and a bit out of shape about it?
And 9 times out of 10, they paying all their bills. Got a nigga that ain't doing nothing.
This girl said, what did she say? She said, because she posted about it yesterday. What did she say? She said she stayed with a guy, and after 6 months, he got to where he wanted to be, and then he didn't pay for it. She paid 0% of like bills and stuff. And she's like, I never go back to that again. And so she's big on women shouldn't pay nothing if you with a man. Like, her money is her money and his money is their money.
No, that's so dumb.
Girl, I just kept scrolling. I didn't feel like entertaining that conversation yesterday.
Because it can go all the way to the left, because some people's understanding is at a complete zero. So they're not going to get where you coming from and what you trying to say. There is no type of understanding and comprehension. It's just like, no, this is what it is. And yeah, no, I'm not in agreement with that at all.
Hell no.
Like, no, you gotta help. Like, yeah, I can't give, I can't do it. That ain't for me. It's not. Like, it goes with that unrealistic expectation of somebody making 6 figures, and you don't even do that. You don't even make 6 figures. That's the craziest thing I've
ever heard.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's crazy.
It is. And you ain't bringing that in yourself. You probably don't even know how to manage money.
That part.
Mentally, you all jacked up.
Your dude making that much, but he beating your ass every day.
Right, because I feel like those kind of men as well, they are extremely arrogant.
Yeah, or
it's like, I done got to this point, yeah, and if you don't want to deal with it, somebody else will. Yeah. Like, you gonna take what I do because I bring in this, that, and the third.
And that can go to, somebody who got control of the money.
Yeah.
But, I mean, at that point, that's probably a red flag you probably should have caught on ahead of time.
Yeah, I agree.
If you were communicating.
That communication, girl. Oh, that's what we about to dive right on into. Yeah, you just did that smooth transition. Hey. you can respond back. Hey,
I'm podcast.
Oh Lord.
I'm recording.
Now when he come up here looking like I ain't see you on there at all, so what you mean?
You heard me.
Okay, so how important is communication in a relationship?
Extremely important. I feel like relationships cannot be successful. Oh, that was the thing. It's not gonna flourish without communication. That's a relationship, a romantic one, friendships, any of that. You gotta communicate.
I agree. You do.
Without communication, it's bound to fail. Because then that's an issue. So you miscommunication. Oh, girl, it's just a whole domino effect, snowball effect, down to hell.
It is.
I mean, simple things can be resolved with simple communication.
Some people don't like to communicate, though. They don't like to talk.
Confrontation, or they look at it as confrontation.
That's true. But then that's not on you, then that's on that person, because they need to change their perspective. Just because I'm trying to talk to you, that doesn't mean that I'm trying to argue with you. That's not what that means. Like, I'm just really just trying to, I just want to talk.
And delivery makes a difference.
It does, and
The delivery tone, and if the conversation is heated, let it cool down a little bit.
Take a break.
And come back to it. Because then, like you said earlier, you start speaking out of emotion and anger and start saying shit you really don't mean to say, and then it just goes left. All the way left. But communications, I've had issues with communication in the past.
I have too.
And in my time of healing.
Preach.
In my time of healing, when I was, I'm still single, but when I was single.
She is not single, y'all. She in a relationship.
Single. Then I had to learn, like, okay, where did I go wrong? I could have communicated this better. I could have communicated this, period. And maybe that could have been avoided. But now,
Your communication better in your relationship, your new relationship?
In this situation, yes.
If you listening, go ahead. It's time, okay? Like, it's time. It's been time, a long time ago.
Yes, we communicate good, though. We do communicate good. Because that was the issue with him in his past, too. He didn't communicate all the time. So he's had time to grow and to learn from his past, his mistakes. And so now we communicate very well.
That's good.
I can say that. That is honestly God's truth.
Even when y'all upset?
Even then, like, if I'm at his house or vice versa, and we can sit on the couch together, no talk for a moment. And I'm like, okay. So, commercial break. So, let me go ahead and just tell you how I felt about this. I've cooled down, I've thought about it. And we discuss it. We don't go to bed mad.
That's good.
Yeah, we don't. We good about that. We converse. And then we laugh about it. Well, not laugh about it, but then we laugh and we move on.
That's good.
It's cute.
Like that, being able to go to that person, to have that person that you can really speak to and you can be open with, it's important.
Yeah, I had to feel comfortable. Like, I had to feel comfortable to come to you and say, hey, I got this going on. I feel this kind of way. And knowing that you'll, okay, I hear you, I understand you. What can we do to fix it? Boom, let's work it out. Cause we good. We have a good time together. So I don't want to spend time being mad at each other. So that's taken away from our good time. We gonna bicker, we gonna fuss, we gonna fight. It's part of situations.
That's true. That communication, I feel like communication, understanding, and comprehension all go hand in hand.
I agree.
You cannot have one without the other. You need all of those. And it should be open. Like, I should be able to talk to you about whatever. I should be able to correct you. You should be able to correct me.
Respectfully.
Yeah, if something is on your mind, come and talk to me about it. Yes, I agree. When you get heated, take a break.
Yeah.
You know what? Hey, I'm feeling myself getting to a certain point, so I would like to just pause this real quick, and then we can come back to it. Because, like, when those emotions, once you start getting to a certain point, the logic is gone.
Yeah.
You going off of emotions, and then that's when you are vindictive and you are, like, just really trying to hurt that person. You saying whatever, you not thinking clearly. Yeah. It's just like this, that, and the third. It's no us anymore. It's just all about you, and you pointing the finger at that person, and instead of you fighting the problem, you fighting that person.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of people do. They don't fight the problem, they fight each other. So yeah, communication is important. You can't have, and that goes with any relationship, even with your job. Like, you still gotta have communication. It's needed.
Very true.
I can't be with somebody that don't want to communicate. Cause, like, what we gonna do? We just gonna be sitting around and that's it. Just so I got a man. And
yeah, or we're gonna just be sitting around and not getting things handled. Just sugarcoating stuff. Cause I don't feel comfortable coming to you. Like, it's gonna. If I can't come to you every time I have an issue and then we just arguing all the time, it just turns into an argument all the time. No, I'm just gonna talk to you. I want to fix this. I just want to have a conversation. It's not an argument. Why are you taking it as that? I'm coming at you calm. Why are you trying to talk to me crazy?
And I should be able to come to you at all times.
Yep.
And talk about whatever. Nothing should be off topic. Yeah, I may say stuff, that may hurt your feelings, but I'm just telling you how something made me feel. Like, one thing, I don't know, I was watching one of these shows, and they were saying what you put a feeling with, I guess, like, whatever it is they did. Like, when you do this, it makes me feel like this. So that way the person knows what they did and how it made you feel. And it's up to them to decide, okay, I'm not gonna do that no more because I don't want you to feel like this, or to say fuck it.
Right.
So I do that. I'm like, when you did this, it made me feel like this. And like I said, if you continue to do the same thing, then I'm not gonna keep on. Because then at that point, it's like, you don't care about how you making me feel. I've told you exactly how I felt when you do a specific thing. You either want to fix it or not.
And if you don't, we can end this right now.
Be done, yeah. I don't care about ending it. I will end it.
Let me not end it too soon. Because I will think about it.
Girl, look. I'll be done. It's like, how many chances can you give somebody to keep on showing the same behavior over and over again?
At some point, either you're going to change or you're not. And I'm not going to keep wasting my time.
I don't want an extra child. That's the man.
Yeah,
Grown as. Yeah. You just feel like it's your way. Like, I've heard like, this is who I am. I've been like this all my life.
Nope. No, that's an excuse.
It is.
That means you got too many yes men in your corner. Folks want to call you out your shit, or you just don't want to accept it. And you stuck in your ways. If you stuck in your ways, be that. But it won't be with me.
Yeah, I agree.
I'll find somebody else. Or I'll just be by myself.
Sometimes that's the best thing. She ain't stressed out. Ain't spending all this money.
Girl. His birthday in March, nigga.
Like, ooh, so yeah, at least you get a break from January, then you got Valentine's Day in February, and then March.
Maybe
a basket would be nice. Baskets are nice. I like doing baskets.
I'll think about it. See how you act between now and then. I'm stressed out thinking about it.
Not you stressed out thinking about it.
Girl, because relationships are, I mean, they're cool though. They fun. Relationships are fun. When you find somebody who's on the same page.
Yeah.
That makes a big difference. It makes a difference.
I agree. I don't like because people can tend to switch up too.
True.
Like, they can be very consistent for like a month, maybe a month and a half, and then they just start moving differently. So I'm like, well, what's going on? Like, why are you moving differently?
And after that communication come in, they be like, what you mean? Acting fucking stupid. You know exactly what calm down.
You know what I mean.
Exactly what I mean.
Because you know what you're doing. You know what you haven't been doing.
And they want to play like you crazy. Like you tripping.
Then I got to reach out and ask somebody, well, am I tripping? Like, just tell me. I need your input on this. Oh, okay, I was tripping. All right. Or, no, I'm not. Well, I just talked to this person and they said, and then I didn't heard, oh, I don't care what nobody else said because they're not me. It's our relationship. And I'm just like, no, I'm just saying you wrong. Like, you need to reevaluate some things. That's it. I wonder why men don't like that. They don't like for you to go outside and ask other people's opinions on things.
Put that on the list when you get a man to come on.
Why? That is a good question. Because I do want to know that. Like, why y'all don't want, why is it an issue if she goes and asks other people? It may not, I may not necessarily, they may not know it's exactly me, because I could just be like, oh, I seen this, da-da-da-da-da. But it's like you still just getting it out there just to get an understanding. Yeah, I'm gonna ask that. Cause I want to know. Cause I mean, I'm fine with it. My thing is, as long as the person is coming from a good place. Some people are very vindictive, and they may say whatever. Cause especially like with females, like if a male has a female friend, she might say whatever just so that you're not with that person anymore. Cause women are very catty. Um, but yeah, I don't see the issue with it. Like if they gonna be open and honest.
Communication.
That's the way it goes. That's what matters. What? Okay, so are you okay with him having a best girlfriends?
You got an S on there?
Like if he got girls,
Female friends?
Women that are his friends.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Well, were they before me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not going to tell you to get rid of your friends. Because that was before me.
Unless you notice, okay.
Now, after we are together, why are you so friendly? You ain't got to be we're not exchanging no numbers. We're not doing all that. Like, for that just opens up a room for possibility for them to try to swoop on in.
Right.
I trust my guy. Some of these females out here I don't trust.
Right.
But his female friend was before, because I'm not going to get rid of my friends that I had from prior. Because I know, especially now, if it's friends who I know, like, if they had the opportunity that they would try something, then I might fall back from them a little bit. But I know people who I've known for forever. I'm not going to get rid of them. Why? I know them for forever.
What about keeping your ex?
I'm not friends
your
with
ex
them.
is still in your life.
I ain't friends with the only one who I would have probably kept is he dead. That's when I passed with cancer. So I ain't got no issues.
Some people say, I feel like if you still holding on, you still you leaving that door open. So it's like I can always.
It'd be that, we're better as friends. Y'all was together for 6 years. No, what are y'all friends for?
Right.
No. Nope.
They say sometimes you can come back to them though after some time done passed and some growth has happened. I feel like at that point then you really just settling.
I don't go back. None of my exes had a chance. We don't do that back and forth thing. I never did that.
Yeah.
Now the one he that's when that passed away because he was young. And who knows? But we'll never know because he did. May he rest in peace.
Man, stop saying it like that.
He is with the Lord. But that's the only one who probably would have maybe had another chance. Possibly.
Right.
But who knows? But I don't know. I don't want to be friends with my exes. For what? Who have to be friends for? We ain't got no ties. No.
Okay.
What about you?
Staying friends with exes?
Staying friends with exes. What's that thing you just asked? Oh,
friends. I don't agree with staying friends with exes because I feel like the ex will always have a one up. And if they want to be petty, it's nothing for them to be like, oh, I'm still, like, me and her still talking.
See,
don't nobody got time for that. Right. And, I mean, I have male guy friends, like Brandon. I can go to Brandon and talk to Brandon about whatever. Yeah. That don't mean that I want him. Like, no, it ain't nothing like that. But I know that I can talk to him.
Mm-hmm.
He gonna give me a male perspective, and he gonna be honest. I can do that. He gonna be honest with me. So I don't see an issue with it in the same breath, though. I just know females are very, very catty. Like, we see that on Married at First Sight.
All the time.
Where the men are always cool with the guy.
I think that one girl did want her, boy. I know that's what the name was, but she was the one she was the best friend to the one guy.
Oh, I know who you're talking about, yeah.
I think she liked him.
Yeah. But see, that just goes back to women being catty.
Yeah.
They are very catty, and it's like, oh, I done known him longer, or I know this about him, you don't know that about him. And that is what I'm not with, because I'm not about to compete with your mama, and I'm not about to compete with your best friend.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna compete with your baby mama neither, because I'll move to the side and you can have all them motherfuckers. Like,
that is a fact.
I'm not competing with them. So you have to let them know, like, I am the leading lady in your life.
Yeah.
And they're gonna have to respect that, or I'm gonna be gone. Cause I'm not finna do that. Like,
you
no.
Have to though either.
Exactly. Like, and my thing is, if you see, I just don't know. I just feel like men that have women friends, something didn't happen. I could be wrong.
Not all the time. Sometimes, yeah.
Especially like if they like, that's my brother or that's my sister. No, y'all done fucked. Cause why you calling somebody that ain't blood your brother and your sister? Like, I mean, your sister, like, you know what I'm saying? Especially for, yeah, no. You don't think that's?
Not all the time. Sometimes, yeah. But I do believe that males and females can be strictly platonic. Because I have some friends like that. Strictly platonic. I'm like,
yeah, it's like, I don't even like, with Brandon, I don't even view him like that.
right.
It's just like, I know it. Like I said, if I want some advice, I need some support as far as technical stuff go, then I can talk to him about it. He'll ask me, so what's been going on? Like, what's the latest with whatever guy, you know, or how's dating going and stuff like that. Like, cause he know, and I'll be like, man, these niggas ain't shit for real. All right, let me tell you this. Or what you think about this? And he'll be like, no, that ain't it. He's like, you need to cut him. And I'll be like, all right. Because I respect him. I value his opinion. I know he's not going to tell me anything wrong.
Right.
So I don't.
So what if your guy had an issue with you talking to him? Would you let him go? As your friend? Like, would you be like, no, we can't be friends?
Yeah, I would want to know what his issue was.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like it's difficult for me, if you want me to cut somebody out of my life that was here before you, and there was nothing sexual, it won't nothing like that. So what are your reasons behind it? If it's because you have insecurities, that's not on me, that's on you.
Right.
Now I can do my best to try to help you, but you to just be like, oh, you can't have male friends, and it's because, like I said, you got your own shit that you battling with. No, you need to work on it.
I agree.
Girl. I wish they could see your face.
I agree.
I need to see your facial expressions.
I agree with that. Yeah. I agree. No one did.
Yeah, that ain't happening until about 3 o'clock in the morning, 3 or 4. Yeah, we be up all night over here.
I'll be in bed, sweet dreaming. I'll be like, 4 o'clock. Look at this text out. Girl, I'm in bed.
We be up all night around here. But no, I agree. Like, you do have to. You're gonna have to compromise and see. I would have to hear, like I said, his reasonings behind it, and then just really go from there. If it makes sense, like if he be like, well, I seen this or heard this, then I have to take what you say into consideration. And then if you present me with something, if it's something that you seen or you heard, I'm gonna have to go to him and be like, what's up, because da 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 da.
Right.
And then in that case, I have no problem with cutting it off, because I'm not gonna keep somebody around that can jeopardize my relationship.
Right.
Like, because that you're my focus. I feel like a lot of people don't realize that though. But yeah.
I agree. Good answers.
It was. That it was, y'all. So we are wrapping up this episode of Real Talk with Me with guest speaker Marija. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe to the YouTube on Spotify and Apple. and Anchor. Anyways, I hope y'all have a good rest of y'all day. Bye, y'all.